So looks like we did it. We hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm honestly surprised. I really appreciate everybody that's subscribed and that watches my videos. Hopefully here in the next few months we'll have some more interesting content to put on the channel. More or less, I'm trying to finish working on a house that I currently own so I can sell it. I currently live at my father-in-law's place due to some family stuff that's gone on. You know, he had a really bad stroke, and so I'm taking care of his place. And then lastly, this is a same location I was going to build a container home about 5 years ago. And so with the sale of my current house, I do hope to get started back up with that project. So I'm looking to maybe update the previous plans that I had with some new ones, and I don't know, we'll see. We live right next to the river and it's really beautiful out here, and if I'm quiet for just a second you might actually hear the frogs. They're super loud at night. So but anyway, I'll keep it short and sweet with the intro. I just have a lot of work to do out here, and I'll try to just include everybody in with updates on what's going on. It might be fun and interesting to you. I have no idea. Please let me know in the comments. There's a lot going on in my life right now, so it's tough to get videos out like every week. In fact, I just don't have time to do a lot these days, but I'm trying. So with that being said, let's get to some fun stuff. All right, so I'm working on getting all the scrap metal out. I've got to remove the tank and the pressure tank and that tank, and this pole thing is in the way that's buried, and it's kind of crazy because I was trying to dig it out and I ran into a snake, and then I ran into another snake, and then before you know it, I don't know if you can see them or not, there's like a whole nest of snakes down here. He's right there. Gardener snakes, I believe. There's a whole nest of them. And it kind of sucks because all this has to be tore up, but I'll try to get them out of here and toss them over into the field or something. That way I don't kill them. But I had never dug up snakes like that before. That's just interesting. And there's more down there, I believe. There's several more down there, I'm sure. Well, there's about 300 gallons in here, and I'm guessing this is maybe 1,000. I'm not sure. I actually thought it was empty, but it turns out it's full. So I've got 1,300 gallons of water I need to empty out to get all this stuff out of here. That's a lot of time I gotta wait. So it looks like he's got this little thing aimed over here. I'll have to put something on that, and we'll just open this valve and see what that does. I don't honestly know if that even works. Oh, we have water coming. Okay. Get that out of the way. So yeah, this whole setup, I'll just step back for a minute. Everything's outdated. It's been like this for 40 years or so, around that. And so there's electrical that comes out of the ground from the house, and he plugs in there for the pump that's out in the road. And that pump barely fills this 300-gallon tank in, like, I don't know, maybe an hour it takes to fill it. So it's really slow. That pump I've had nothing but problems with. I still need to check the filters on that system. So nothing's covered or protected, and it typically doesn't get too cold here in this part of the state, but lately in February gets cold. So this first night here I had to replace this piece $300 later because it froze and cracked, and then it didn't prime right, so it melted the parts inside together, and that's another $200, and it's a $750 pump altogether. So I almost might as well have bought a new pump by the time I'm done with everything. So it's just a little frustrating. So the whole point of me tearing all this out is I'm going to get rid of the mess and the disaster stuff around here, and this whole building that you see here that's not very well, it doesn't really protect anything from the weather. And we're gonna resituate everything and build a small temporary shed, if you will, that's insulated to keep this stuff from freezing up. It's temporary because I've got bigger plans for other things in the future, but we'll get to that another day. But for now, I need to just get rid of all this headache. I'm putting tires here to stack next to the outlet here because I'm gonna knock this building down and it's gonna be going in that direction, and I don't want to smash anything that goes to the house. So I'll stack some tires here once I get all this stuff out, get that tank out, and from there, once the building's done, I'll clear everything out of the area that I want to work in, and I'll worry about the big mess later. And but for now, I'm just trying to deal with getting everything out of here as soon as I can. I've only got so much daylight and time to get it done. So, well, I said there'd be more, I thought, and sure enough, right here, there must be a big old nest right here, which really sucks that I have to disturb them. Here, wakey wakey. Sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to wake you. Alright, well, over there into the grass. Go bask in the sun. Well, it's the next day, and well, we did manage to get this knocked down without hitting the tank or the important stuff here, so that's always good. Now I just have a huge mess to clean up, and some of this lumber we might reuse to build, as I said before, we're going to just build a temporary building around this. It's small and it just barely encloses everything. That way, the cold temperatures we're getting right now, it keeps everything from freezing up. So late, and I got all the roof done, and yeah, I just got to finish that little bit there and put in a few more screws, but for the most part it's done. And I ran out of daylight, and it's cold, and dinner's ready. So, well, I woke up to a winter wonderland out here. We don't get snow out this way too often, so it's kind of nice when we do, I guess. Let's take a quick walk over to the river, enjoy some views.